Greetings, everyone. This is Rock and Roll Spot Convention with the Wheelie coming around. We are at the tail end of the our DC books for this week, so let's kick things off with DC Horror Presents #1. This will be a four-part anthology miniseries, just or horror adjacent stories. Though I have to admit, the real horror for me with this first issue is. Well, having to see that god awful Batgirl costume. But, oh well. So, our first story features the character Dollhouse in Love You to Pieces. And so, Dollhouse has come home and boyfriend Max has left to his death. But Dollhouse gets the ambulance, takes over the ambulance with a bit of murder, and her dad is tasked with bringing back Max. And so, Max is revived, only to have his head bashed in by Dollhouse for, well, leaving her. And that's where that story ends. Our next story takes place on the Mascara. Really hate when anthologies don't have a title page. Something I honestly really love about Raven the Bold. But does not seem there's a. I'm guessing it's debased, but on the Mascara, on the third night of the full moon, and the third night in a row that the Amazons have found a victim debased. But it seems that the tomb of Queen Hippolyta has been tampered with. And the zombie of Hippolyta goes after the Amazons. And so Donna Troy and Diana deal with zombie Hippolyta. Even though Diana briefly succumbs to an image of Heracles, of um, basically when Hippolyta and Donna are fighting, uh, Diana briefly sees a image of Heracles fighting Hippolyta, and attacks, subdues Donna Troy, and well, eventually, Hippolyta ends up and get shut into the gates of Tartarus, and it turns out that the whole thing was a scheme from the plot by Circe, and that is where the issue ends. Interesting. It's gonna be, I imagine this will be a fun read. The miniseries as a whole. Anyways, however, on to our last DC book for the week. We've got Zatanna, Bringing Down the House, number 5. Where we left off, Zatanna had discovered that apparently in her youth, her father Zatara had stolen power from her, and that was seemingly what killed him, and he's become a demon. But he still has his followers, and so Z and her her ally within the casters have gone into the underworld, and basically to get make things right with when it comes to her power and Z's power, and basically get Z her power back and take care of Zatara. So as they end up in the underworld, in the Zatara household, Z's now a kid. But Z gets some help with magic, saying various magic words. Apparently, Arise does the trick. However, and yeah, trippy stuff happens. And it turns out that Zatanna's a natural at magic, and might even be more powerful than her father was. She calls in bunnies for reinforcement, but Zatara grabs Zatanna and pulls her into the ground. And he says, "Oh, he was trying to help her. He was trying to protect her, but look what he's become because of this. And now he has to try and protect her yet again." But Z ends up remembering what happened, and dispels her father's spirit. And what it turns out to be is that Zatara stole Zatanna's power and wasn't able to contain it. That's what killed him. And so, Zatara's essence is dispelled, and Zatanna, later on, Zatanna has got a new gig, larger casino in on the Strip. John's gone back to presumably England to be, well, John Constantine. And the bunnies and the casters are no longer at odds, it seems. And so, and it seems that Zatanna might be a celestial, but she's not buying into that one. But Zatanna's show is off without a hitch and is just quite the show. Afterwards, there are apparently two people who wish to see her in her dressing room. Wonder Woman and Batman, offering Zatanna a position in the Justice League. And that is where the issue ends. I'll admit, with that next to last page, I expected it to be Superman and Batman. Though when I thought about it more, I was like, yeah, no, it wouldn't be Clark who'd show up. His issues due to his issues with magic. So yeah, it makes sense for Batman and Wonder Woman to show up to recruit Z to the League. But anyways, it was a fun series. Good, interesting origin tale for Zatanna. Though I kind of prefer the information we got about Zatanna in I believe it was Chip Zdarsky's Batman the Night miniseries. It showed at a point Bruce Wayne training under Zatanna to understand, not to be able to use magic, but to understand basically how it works. How to protect against it. And we saw I also got to see some interaction with, well, Bruce and Zatanna, and in their younger days. Anyway, that's gonna do it for now. We'll be back Saturday with the this week's Marvel Image books. As always, feel free to like, share, and subscribe. Comments as well. Do any and all the algorithm things you want. Links to my Facebook, Twitter, Blue Sky, Instagram, Mastodon, Patreon, and PayPal can be found in the description box down below. And of course, huge shout out to Patreon patron Red Bands of Penis. Thank you so much for your support. It is greatly appreciated. This is Rock and Roll Spock signing off, saying, live long and rock hard.